It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Milwaukee Bucks today. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports for myself, Kevin Harlan, and my broadcast partners, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Welcome, everyone. Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Ilyasova and Sanders in the middle. Knight and Mayo man the backcourt. And it's Parker in at the 3 slot. Now, here is Knight. Outside Mayo, just 5 on the clock. Free throw line jump shot, and he knocks down the jumper. Mayo's got the game going here with the first basket for Milwaukee.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
O.J. Mayo in his 7th year in the NBA really just seems he's never been able to truly improve, guys, from his rookie year.
Well, yeah, if anything, last season he took a big step backwards, Kevin. I mean, with his field goal percentage, passing, his rebounding all down, I'm not sure he was in great shape either.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Knight kicks to Parker. Back to Knight. The 19-foot shot, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Knight's got his first basket.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
James against Parker. James dishes to Irving. Now Verajao inside. Cleveland moving it around, and it's Love missing. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Knight with it. Feeds to Ilyasova. Pass to Parker. Launches a 3. Waiters grabs the miss. Pass to Irving. In the corner, it's James. He dishes it to Waiters. Kicks it to Verajao. Here's the 3. And James gets it to go on the assist by Verajao. LeBron's got himself on the board with 3 there. Now, here is Knight. Ilyasova sets a screen for Knight. There's the dish to Ilyasova. Parker, with no one around, kept alive. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Waiters with the stop.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started, and a better job finishing it off.
Dion Waiters going into last season working on playing off the ball, whether, catch and shoot, Steve, or coming off screens.
Yeah, he's most comfortable with the ball in his hands, but playing alongside Kyrie Irving, he's got to be more effective without the ball, working off those screens and learning to play with Irving.
Now, here is Knight. Sanders sets the screen for Knight. Mayo drives in. That's good. The assist that time from Knight.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Cavaliers leading.
And Waiters really has tried to emphasize staying on balance with his shot. Taking better shots, better quality shots within the offense. And we saw the results. There was an uptick in his percentages from the field and from long range as well.
And stolen by Mayo. And now here's Mayo, the fast break opportunity. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Waiters still a volume scorer. To improve his efficiency, he's got to get that free throw percentage back up and become more consistent finishing inside. But he's a natural scorer. He certainly has the talent. O.J. Mayo, a smooth long-range shooter with deep range. When he gets going, he can put up some big numbers.
And he makes the first.
Oh my God, I just got
And Mayo, 6'4", coming to the league. Some thought he could play the point guard position.
Yeah, but he's not a great penetrator or playmaker, and those are 2 things you have to do as a point guard. I think he's truly a shooting guard.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Cleveland didn't quite meet their expectations last year, in part by how poor they shot at home. Hard to get wins when everything you put up seems to rim out.
Now, here is Irving. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Bucks trail by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Sanders with a screen on Waiters. Mayo drives in. Here's Sanders, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
It can be doubly defeating, Clark, with the missed shots here at home. Not only are you not scoring, but then the crowd loses interest. They get out.
That's a great point. I mean, one of the benefits of being at home is having your crowd there energized and pulling for you. And if you're not making shots, they tend to sit on their hands.
Yeah, he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Irving passes to Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Bucks trail by 3. Mayo kicks to Knight. Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
The shot from the low post is good. Here's Knight. Sanders sets the screen for Knight. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Knight's got his second bucket of the game to go. Cleveland leading by 3. Irving dishes to LeBron. Love with the screen on Parker. Irving kicks to Varejao. And again, Kyrie Irving. Irving's got 6.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Mayo into the lane. And that's going to be a travel. The Cavaliers have gone an incredible 8 of 9 from the field. Irving passes to Waiters. He feeds it to LeBron. Back to Waiters. The kick out to LeBron. Cleveland moving it around. Shot clock at 5. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. LeBron's got 5 points so far.
Wow, just a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball for them, guys.
Yeah, when they put it up, it's gone in.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Bucks trail by 7. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding, he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thank you, Doris. Cleveland leading by 5. Here's James. No good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. The feed to Mayo. Wants to get it to Sanders and does. Got a piece of it and stolen by LeBron. Waiters dishes to Love. He kicks to Waiters. That falls. Great assist by Love. That's 7 points for Dion Waiters.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot. And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Irving kicks to Waiters. Irving against Knight. Waiters with the screen for Irving. LeBron James on the wing. Clock at 4. LeBron with another miss. Bucks trail by 7. Now the Bucks moving it up. Parker passes to Sanders. Knight dishes to Parker. Knight kicks to Mayo. That is good. Mayo's got 10.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
It's LeBron with the drive. And a wide open look for Irving. Connects from three-point range. And the Cavaliers lead by 7. Milwaukee is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
The Milwaukee Bucks are a team that's tried season after season, year after year, particularly recently, to put the best team they could manage on the floor. Unfortunately, that type of approach has kind of left them in no man's land. Not good enough to compete for a title, not quite bad enough to draft a potential superstar.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Varejao. Marion comes in for Kevin Love. Miller's checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Dion Waiters. Here is Bayless. Pass to Antetokounmpo. This is to Walters. Clock at 6. And he gets it to go. You talk about that no man's land. The Bucks have tried to sign the best players they could, but so often those mid-tier veterans really don't move the needle.
Yeah, but you know, with this year's top pick, and then you got the Greek freak, Antetokounmpo. I mean, the Bucks have finally acquired a young talent who they think maybe be able to take them to the next level. We'll see.
Marion, and again it's Cleveland.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
Here's Walters. There's the screen. Henson in the post. Working on Thompson. And Henson kicks to Antetokounmpo. Here's Bayless. No good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Here's Walters. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Now the pass to Bayless. Henson dishes to Bayless. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Here's Dellavedova. Miller, that's for 2. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Miller's got his first bucket in this one. Bucks trail by 7. Walters passes to Middleton. Feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Walters. To the wing right side. From the arc. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Irving kicks to Dellavedova. Back to Irving. Cleveland moving it around. And Sean Marion with the slam. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
And Milwaukee has possession. Following the score by Cleveland. Pass to Walters. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Miller. Here's Irving. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. Left side, Miller. Here's Dellavedova. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Miller penetrating.
Well, you know, it doesn't seem like they've missed many shots here.
Can't get it to go. Here's Walters. And it's Bayless in the corner. Puts it up from 12. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Now they got the most out of that possession, guys.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And that does it for the first quarter. Cleveland ahead, up 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here. Clark, Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. Established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
And so here's Cleveland. 4-point game. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. We've got John Henson. Antetokounmpo is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Jared Bayless. And it's Walters in at the 1. Now here's Marion. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist. Well, we can talk all we want about LeBron's incredible skill level, and that would be a day-long conversation. But he quite simply could be the most incredible physical athlete that I've ever seen, certainly playing basketball. And you could maybe take that to any sport. Strength, size, speed, endurance, quickness. He's got it all, and he brings the mentality that the great ones had.
Kicks it to Dellavedova. He dishes it to Thompson. LeBron outside. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Thompson from the baseline. Rebound, Milwaukee. And Steve, with the NBA and the new motion tracking cameras, even at his size, LeBron still one of the fastest players in the NBA. On the court, they say he can exceed 20 miles an hour.
That's incredible. I mean, that's track star speed, and then you think about his upper body strength. You know, the size and the strength and the speed, it's a combination that it just doesn't exist anywhere else in basketball.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. Now the dish to Dellavedova. He feeds it to Thompson. LeBron outside. The baseline jumper goes down. LeBron's got 7.
Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Bucks trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And Walters kicks to Bayless. The feed to Henson. Shot off the pick. Thompson with the rebound.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Well, despite that possession, something I've liked is that they've really been in control while getting out to this lead. They've kept the turnovers down.
For the Cavaliers, Anderson Varejau's checked in for Thompson. Love comes in for Sean Marion. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Mike Miller. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, as we all know, LeBron James is now back in Cleveland, but he thinks his time in Miami will serve him well. As he said, Miami for me has been like college for other kids. I became a better player and a better man. I learned from a franchise that had been where I wanted to go. Kevin?
He knows what it takes to win it all, Doris. Now he's trying to do it back home in Ohio. Thanks. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. Here's Parker. Shot's good. Marshall making the play. Now just a 4-point Cavalier lead.
Yeah, he didn't have to slow down at all, guys. Just perfectly timed pass there.
The drive by James. Rejected by Sanders. Knight dishes to Marshall. The shot is off, and Cleveland will come the other way. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Love, and another miss by Cleveland.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
Dishes it to Knight. Sanders sets the screen for Knight. He kicks it to Sanders. Here's Parker. And again, it's Milwaukee converting. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. James, the pass to Love.
Well, Kevin Love is really a player who I think befuddles pundits because the numbers say he's a superstar, probably a top 5 player, but then he's never been to the playoffs. To that, I would simply say basketball is a team game. Individuals don't take teams to the playoffs. So despite that, there are some left wondering if his numbers are greater than his actual impact on the team. I'm not one of them.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good.
Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. The coach and front office questioning the team's effort level.
Sanders with a screen on Waiters. Knight kicks to Sanders. Into Ilyasova. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Yeah, he's surprised he didn't make that one because he had a pretty clean look at the hoop.
And that one's good. And that's now 9 points for Dion Waiters. Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level.
Here's LeBron. Brandon Knight picking up that last basket. And Waiters kicks to Varejao. Knight against Waiters. And it's Larry Sanders with the rebound.
That was a layup. And you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Now Marshall. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Parker's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Waiters dishes to James and stolen by Knight. Passes to Marshall. Back to Knight. From deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Varejao's got 3 rebounds now in this one. James kicks to Waiters. Fades. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Waiters. And that's now 9 points for LeBron.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Well, Anderson Varejao staying relatively healthy last season. That's to say he only missed 17 games. That's a far cry from his previous 3 seasons where he played a total of just 81 games.
The Bucks making a switch here. Mayo's checked in. Bucks trail by 5. And here is Marshall. Mayo, the pass to Marshall. The kick out to Mayo. Sanders sets the screen for Mayo. Just 5 to shoot. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And Verjao, Steve, has shown flashes of all-star caliber production at the center position. It's been his injuries that have really held him back.
Yeah, it's good to see him able to remain on the court for most of the season. I mean, tough year for the Cavs last year record-wise, but Verjao, for him, a step in the right direction health-wise.
And Cleveland making a change here. Irving's checked in. Well, the Bucks last season with one of the worst records guys in the NBA, almost despite themselves.
Yeah, a rare high draft pick for a team that's never shown much appetite for rebuilding. Now they find themselves with some gifted young talent.
Bucks trail by 4. Marshall with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Outside Mayo. Mayo left side. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Mayo's got 15.
Well, the question for the Bucks is this. I mean, will they feature those young players and then, in turn, by doing that, maximize their development? This has been a team that's been stuck on the treadmill of mediocrity for decades now, it seems. A chance presenting itself to go young and build something special. Will they have the patience and foresight and fortitude to do that? We'll see. I think they do, though. I think they'll be able to stay the course.
And he makes the first.
And the Bucks have locked themselves in with some veteran contracts. I'll be interested to see how they balance minutes. Do you go young and look ahead, or do you put your best talent on the floor? Not an easy call.
And so Irving nails both of them.
You know, last year the Bucks knew that to make the playoffs would be a real stretch. Strange, kind of, when you consider the year before, 2013, they had gotten to the playoffs, but it just goes to show you things change quickly.
Well, as you guys are talking about, the winds of change can stir things up in a hurry in the NBA, and the Bucks are hoping things can change for the better, Steve, just as fast.
Well, luckily, with the pick they got and the changes they made, I mean, they're in a much better position this year. The postseason's still probably a stretch, but not completely out of the question in the Eastern Conference.
That one is off.
Kendall Marshall has good size at the point guard position. I'd list him at 6'4 plus, and he really is an excellent passer. Great vision, and throughout his time in college and his short time in the NBA, he's averaged more assists than points.
He hits the second from the line.
Oh my God.
Kendall Marshall, a good assist-to-turnover ratio, but his lack of mobility, I think, continues to hurt him defensively.
Well, he's probably never going to be great at that end of the floor just because he doesn't have the foot speed you need to stay in front of people. But he's very smart. He relies on his savvy and his positioning. And all in all, you know, a very good season last year for the Lakers.
Into Ilyasova. Shot's good. Marshall making the play. Ilyasova's got his second basket of the game.
Crisp pass into the paint.
For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Irving kicks to Verjao. The pass to James. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, a question you have to wonder as we watch LeBron play in his prime. Should we be more in awe, Clark, of him from a historical standpoint? He has a chance, as many people think, to be the best of all time when he hangs them up.
He's right in that discussion. He's arguably already in the top 10. Actually, in my opinion, he is in the top 10. Clearly, right now, if he stopped playing, he'd be in the top 10 with a chance to be on some people's top 5 list. He's a once-in-a-generation kind of player, but so too were others. Oscar, Wilt,
Well said.
Elgin, and guys of that ilk. But I think it will be a long time before we see anybody quite like him in size, strength, speed, and skill.
Well put. And both free throws good for LeBron.
You know, I'm thinking about if we should actually be more in awe of LeBron. I mean, it's just hard to imagine what he does almost on a nightly basis. Just some incredible things out on that court.
Now here's Parker. He's got 6. Ilyasova is screen on James. Parker drives in. Nice D from Verejao.
You know, something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound totals are almost identical.
No separation there, not yet anyway. And fans and media have grown somewhat inured to LeBron's amazing play. Look that one up, folks. But I think deep down we all realize that we are watching something truly special when he plays and how he comports himself between the lines and outside. It's just a matter of really being able to recognize how he fits into the NBA's history books.
Here's Parker. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And stolen by James. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, "I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job." Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Love dishes to Irving. Verejao passes to James. Here's Love. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And it's a 9-point Cavalier lead.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
As he should. That's a good decision. When he gets a clean look, he's got to take it.
Now, here's Marshall. Mayo with a screen for Marshall. Outside Mayo. Will it go? And it's rebounded by Anderson Verejao. Verejao's got his 5th rebound in this one. LeBron kicks to Love. Raiders on the wing. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Now, here's Marshall. Parker, right side, shoots, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Really high-quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through, and that's not something they should get away from.
Bucks trail by 11. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Here's Waiters. Knocks down the 3-ball. Waiters got 7 now in this quarter.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
There's 38 seconds left in the first half. Ilyasova is screen on Verejao. Parker with no one around, and right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Here's James. 11 points in the game, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
Now that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Off the inbound, and it's blocked by Henson. Now Bayless. 7 points in the game. Soft touch off the glass. Bayless has got it back down to within single digits for the Bucks. from midcourt. Shot, no good. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Cleveland ahead as they end the second quarter with a 13-5 run. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.